Merry Christmas from Pamela and Naya from Enjoy Gifts and Gathering. And today we're going to read Mooseltoe. Mistletoe. 'Twas the season, and Moose was very merry. He joyfully tickled the ivories with a tune full of tidings and a flurry of fa la 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 la. He was so full of ho ho ho's, even his moustache had the holiday spirit. But Moose was more than just a merry and bright. He was busy. There was a lot to be done on his list of to-dos. But with orderly organization, a bit of regimentation, lots of imagination, and just plain old Moose know-how, getting ready for the big day should have been simple, easy, yes. In all probability, just perfectly perfect. That's a big mustache, isn't it? Moustache. He wasted not one merry minute. Moose got moving and put some hustle into the holiday bustle.
That's the dad and that's the mom.
Oh, that looks like a mom, yeah. He went to work and he wrote cards and letters till his hooves hurt. Check. He shopped until he dropped. Check. He hauled home boxes and bags and presents galore. There he is. Okay. Moose had gifts for everyone, stacked from ceiling to floor. Chick, chick, chick. And then he rapped, yo, 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 and he ribboned, ho, ho, ho. And on each and every package, he tied a big, beautiful bow. Check and double check. So far, so simple, so easy, so perfectly perfect. Look at all the presents. Wow. That's a lot. Another look at the list, and Moose headed for the kitchen. He pulled out the pots and pans and bowls, sifted through stacks and racks of cookbooks. He whisked with his left, spooned with his right. Moose baked tons of tins of cookies. Check. Dozens of cakes and breads and sweets. Check, check, check. He made jelly, sticky jams. Moose roasted a goose and some chestnuts, and he toasted marshmallows and yams. Check, 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 triple check. Yes, yes. But of course, so easy and perfectly perfect. Decorations were next on his list of things to do and get done. So Moose decked the halls, then spruced up the walls. He beaded, bowed, and Mooseltoed. He gathered garlands, roped wreaths and holly, jingled bells, sang Noels, oh good golly. This Moose was jolly. Check, 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 check. Look, I'm decorating. Oh, ready? That's that one, huh? Deck the halls with bells of holly. La 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 la. Last but not least, he hung all the stockings, each and every one with special care, and just in time soon Santa would be there. Check and final check. Yes, sirree, getting ready for Christmas was an absolute snap. And so simple, so easy, and if he did so say himself, Moose thought totally, utterly, completely, perfectly. On that night before Christmas, Mother, little Sassy, Bucky, and Junior looked all through the house. What a job Moose had done. Everything looked bountiful, festive, quite fine indeed. There was just one minor problem, if you will. Oh dear, sighed the missus of the five, stared at the one empty corner. Oh my, oh gee.
Pop, what happened?
Cried Junior. Uh-oh, I know. You forgot what's missing? Well, look, what's behind me? What's this? A Christmas tree. There's no Christmas tree.
He has to find a Christmas tree.
He has to find a Christmas tree. Oops! Where would they hang the tinsel, string the popcorn, light the lights? Where would Santa leave his gifts for the kiddies on Christmas Eve night? So Moose pulled on his galoshes and put on his hat. He would find a tree somewhere, somehow. Oh, yeah. And that's all there was to that. So out went the Moose, braving blustery, blowing winds and cold, trudging through snowflakes, courageous and bold. Moose first hoofed it down to the corner, not a tree to be had. Then he slid around the block. Uh-oh, things were looking bad. He went... I know, there's no more. There's no more here. So he went down every boulevard, street and little road. He looked down lanes and alleys. Every tree had been sold. There wasn't a branch, not a twig, not even one lousy bowless bough hanging around. Nope. Nada. Nothing. Not a tree to be found. No tree, sighed a sad moose as he came home empty-handed that snowy eve. The kids tried to make the best of it. They said, "Oh, so who needs a tree?" But Moose could plainly see they were short on the glee. He knew he had to do something, and that's just what he did. In the empty corner he stood and spread his arms out very wide. Then he smiled at his children and he winked his bride. "Kids," he declared, "fetch your forgetful pop some of that tried and family goop."
Whoa, that's a lot of pie.
Yeah, so back came the kids carrying a big pot of glue, and without a word to anyone, they knew just what to do. Yes, they each took a part, grabbing strands, taking hold, then carefully, oh so carefully, they glopped and they plopped, they pasted and they pressed, they curled and twirled every which way a follicle could fathom, until Moose's magnificent moustache was indeed even more of a marvel to see. Look at that. They made his pups a Christmas tree. Moose was just a few needles shy of being an evergreen tree. They strung Moose with lots from his head to his toes and draped him with tinsel, beginning right with his nose. They hung balls that were shiny and bells that twinkled, candy canes, berries, and plums, sugar sprinkled. Then they all stood back, plugged Junior in. Junior plugged his paw. Oh, where's the candy canes? Do you see some? Where's some candy canes? Ooh, yes, Moose truly was one incredible sight. He was glorious and glowing, and boy, oh boy, was he ever bright. Then Junior placed a star on top of Moose's head. He gave him a kiss and a pat, and they all headed off to bed. Except Moose, of course. He stayed in the corner instead, still twinkling and blinking and waiting for Santa. Oh, so it wasn't so simple, and it wasn't so easy, and okay, it wasn't so perfectly. But do you know what? It was pretty darn close. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.